Hi everybody. In this morning's video from AG Chelsea TV, I'll be bringing you the latest Blues updates. We'll start with Pochettino shares injury update on Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva had to be taken off just before the end of the game, being replaced by Axel Disasi. It was Disasi who almost won the match for Chelsea, scoring a header in stoppage time. However, that goal was disallowed after the VAR spotted a foul in the build-up to the Frenchman's goal. In the end, it was not the worst point for Chelsea. Mauricio Pochettino's men found themselves 2-0 down at one point until Madueke and Conor Gallagher got their names on the score sheet. With another big game against Tottenham Hotspur coming up, Pochettino will not want to be without Silva. The Argentine, though, could not confirm if the central defender is going to be available for that match. Speaking to Football.London and other outlets after the Villa draw, Pochettino said, "We need to assess him after tomorrow. It is a pain in his groin, which was similar to Crystal Palace." Silva has been a key player for Chelsea this season, making 34 appearances in all competitions. However, the Blues are about to lose the Brazilian with his contract expiring in June. Chelsea do not play Tottenham until Thursday, so Silva does have time to recover. However, if he does not make it back in time, Benoît Badiashile is a natural option to replace the former Paris Saint-Germain captain. Being left-footed, the 23-year-old can obviously slot into Silva's left centre-back spot easily. There is Levi Colwill as well, though he just returned to training recently after his own injury problem. Chelsea better get used to not having Silva. The way the centre-half has played for the Blues since arriving at Stamford Bridge, he is probably the kind of footballer supporters want to stick around and on the club's list of most appearances. But it does not look like that will be happening. Cole Palmer sent clear transfer message. The 21-year-old has had a huge impact at Chelsea after completing the £40 million transfer move from Manchester City last summer. He has scored 25 goals and provided 13 assists in 42 games so far this season. Despite his stellar form, the Blues have struggled for consistency this campaign and currently sit 9th in the Premier League. Mauricio Pochettino's side were stunned 5-0 by Arsenal during Palmer's absence earlier this week, but drew 2-2 with Aston Villa on Saturday night. York, meanwhile, has insisted Palmer should not be looking to leave Stamford Bridge after just one season despite catching the eye of clubs. He also feels he wouldn't be guaranteed a trophy elsewhere. Name-dropping Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, speaking to Crypto Casino, York said, "There would be no point in Cole Palmer leaving Chelsea for Arsenal because they're not winning any trophies either. It wouldn't make any difference. He wouldn't go to Liverpool, who will be transitioning under a new manager and team. Palmer needs to stay at Chelsea and become the top dog of the club, build his reputation and be the man to move the club forward. Sometimes, players can be quick to move to a more successful or bigger club, but players can be the main man to take these clubs up a level. At Liverpool, he won't ever be a bigger player than Mo Salah or Virgil van Dijk. My advice for Palmer is to stay at Chelsea." Imagine Zinedine Zidane goes to Chelsea next year and Palmer leaves. It wouldn't work out for him. I'd love Manchester United to sign him, but I don't think that will be the case because of his Manchester City connection. He's too young to deal with that. Also, it's only his first full professional season. Let's see if he can do it over multiple years. Speaking previously about his time with the Blues so far, Palmer said, "I'm really enjoying Chelsea. The lads, the staff, everything about it. Hopefully, now we can kick on further. I'm trying to add to my trophy cabinet for sure at Chelsea. Hopefully, this season, but if not then hopefully in the future. We've got a lot of good players, a good structure, so I don't see why not in the future." £200 million midfield in question after powerful performance from new duo. Chelsea midfielder Moises Caicedo had a great game against Aston Villa today. The open, high-tempo game suited him, and he was able to make a real impact in the middle. He made the most passes into the final third of anyone on the pitch and took 102 touches, so his game in possession was good too. But what really stands out was his game-leading 12 of 14 duels won. We've seen far too many games this season where he's been a step off it, arriving a fraction of a second late and losing out. Today he was first to everything and gave us what we thought we'd be getting from him all year. He made 5 tackles, 2 clearances, and Villa were forced to foul him 4 times. It really was an eye-catching display, and prompted a question after the game for Mauricio Pochettino. It was further evidence that Caicedo really looks at his best when partnered with Conor Gallagher in a double pivot. deep-lying midfield rather than when alongside Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez will miss the rest of this season, so we'll see this pair a lot in the remaining games. There are almost no other options for Pochettino. That's quite worrying for Chelsea. It's not clear what they're going to have to do with Enzo if these two start getting good results working together. There are increasing numbers of people saying an Enzo-Caicedo duo just won't work. And that's after more than £200 million spent on them. The coach is going to have to come up with something clever over the summer. Enzo leaves big spaces for Caicedo to fill, and he's often left stranded. The double team with Gallagher was just overwhelming for Villa as they tired, and we look forward to seeing more of it. Chelsea keen on Gabri Veiga. The 21-year-old joined the Saudi Arabian club Al Ahly at the start of the season, but he is thought to be keen on a return to European football. A report from Fitches claims that life in Saudi Arabia has not been as expected for the Spanish midfielder, and he is willing to return to Europe at the end of the season. Chelsea are keen on securing his services, but they will face competition from Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Manchester City. The Blues are reportedly preparing an initial offer of €40 million to sign the player, and it remains to be seen whether they can get the deal done. The 21-year-old is capable of operating as a central as well as an attacking midfielder. He could prove to be the ideal acquisition for Chelsea. They will need to add more creativity and control in the middle of the park, and Veiga could form a quality partnership with Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. He will add creativity and goals to their midfield. The 21-year-old has 4 goals and 4 assists in all competitions this season. He is highly rated across Europe, and he could develop into a quality Premier League midfielder with the right guidance. Mauricio Pochettino has a proven track record when it comes to nurturing young players, and he could play a key role in the development of the Spanish playmaker. The opportunity to return to Europe and join a big club like Chelsea will be quite tempting for the midfielder. Meanwhile, Real Madrid could use more craft in the middle of the park, and the 21-year-old would be a superb long-term investment for them as well. Similarly, Barcelona need more depth in the side, and Veiga seems like an exciting prospect. The opportunity to return to his homeland and join clubs like Real Madrid and Barcelona will be an attractive proposition for the player, and it remains to be seen where he ends up eventually. And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support AG Chelsea TV.